Yeah, I mean, back in the 90s and early 2000s, like, there wasn't as much data.
So maybe he was making that decision without,
Making the decision based on feel.
out of spite. Interesting.
I mean, there's too much data now to say that, you know, there's a certain club you don't need, especially when it gets down to wedges.
Interesting.
Like, where do they make all their money? They make it from 150 in.
Yeah, I think I'm approaching this completely wrong.
I mean, why do you think Scotty Scheffler's still #1 in the world when he couldn't putt worth a shit until this week?
Because his wedges are so good.
Ball strike for 150 is far superior to everybody.
What's his setup like?
Do you like working with yourself? I do.
I'm literally gonna hit one different. I'm not gonna sit here and do it. I just want to see what the numbers say.
Wow. That's getting sucked out 5 degrees. If I had it 20 more miles per hour, that would be pretty heavy.
A little thin.
Little thin. Right where I was aiming. I was aiming at that pin.
260.
Yeah, but yeah, 235.
Rolling.
About real. And then I just wanted to hit 1-3. I think, because that's like, I just wanted to see that gap.
What do you play that for? 225 carry?
My 3-iron? Yeah.
Ish.
I normally about 220. I mean, it's basically, I don't really even have a number for it. It's just my long par 3 club. You know what I mean?
I mean, how many? I guess there's quite a
I
few.
got it. I played one. My home course has a 220 par 3, so I hit it every time. And then one of the only other courses I play also has a 220. Which, explain this, the course designer, you look at the tour proximity to the hole from 220, and it's bigger than the green is. You know what I mean? So it's like, so you're gonna make it so that I have to play better than the PGA Tour.
That's not the right way to look at it. The right way to look at it is to know where you miss. So that type of hole, you're looking for a 3. You ain't looking for a 2.
Yeah.
Right? And you're looking for
I'm never looking
and you're looking for where can I miss it to get up and down. So you err on that side, and that's what every PGA Tour player does from that kind of distance. They ain't looking at the pin.
Up and down.
They're looking to hit the green, right? But in the case where they don't, where is their best opportunity to save par? So they will stay away from certain parts of the green, and each individual may be different. You'll see guys that shoot for bunkers. The bunkers on the PGA Tour are immaculate, right? Depending on where the pin is, 90% of the time it may be easier to get up and down out of the bunker than chip.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, there are guys that shoot for bunkers.
Actually, I know a guy who,
Or they shoot for the green, but if they're gonna miss it, they'd rather be in the bunker than anywhere else.
I knew a guy who won on tour back in the 70s, and his bunker technique was like, you would just like chunk the ball out of the bunker, and it was it was so weird how he would do it. It was like he could just like knife through butter through the sand every time, but he never had any speed. He was like a 78-year-old man, and he'd just sit there and he'd go, and it would just like pop out.
It's my buddy took a bunker lesson with Harley.
Stand up.
Let me see if I can find it.
Oh my God.
Here's what he was doing. This is probably what you saw. Like essentially just like throw the club into the stick.
So he hasn't his weight forward.
Yeah, it was just like
Straight down.
ball just pretty pops out. Oh, it's super steep.
But is he doing it with shaft lean and impact?
Drag the club on the
Just do
ground.
it music for
What?
yeah. So if you go back up.
That pulls it around to 3 o'clock. Right now, I feel like I'm going right to the fourth. Remember, your clubs tends to be out here high up.
Yeah, it's like
Right, completely different. Like nothing that I would ever be like. If I saw someone doing that,
So
in
you
practice,
start like this, and then it's like
that's exactly what it is.
straight down.
Yeah. If I saw someone doing that in the practice bunker, I'd be like, this dude's got no fucking chance. But
And it works because the depth is controlled? you think?
I don't know exactly what it is, or it's more of a consistent strike than having to move any part of your body except your wrist and just go into the sand. Because the sand's essentially moving the ball out of the bunker anyway.
Yeah.
Some boys want
Finally. Jesus. See, it was like, that's going to go like the same distance as my 200. 229.
Yeah, if you're 2 iron, you get a little thin. You probably get 240 out of your 2 iron. Carry.
Is this club designed to be hit off with a tee?
In my eyes, yes. Well, that one may be a little different because that's more of like a traditional 2 iron that happens to be a driving iron.
Right.
But some of those wide sole driving irons, to me, like it's called a driving iron for a reason.
It's hard to feel the face of this club. Yeah, I've been hitting draws. That was my first cut.
Show the brain where that's.
But I guess my only question is, do you think that I should have a driving iron in my bag, or do you think that I should think about like a hybrid, or just keeping the 3 iron?
Again, like how are you using it?
Like a 3-wood, because I can't hit a 3-wood.
No, like I would almost look at a 5.
What does a 5-wood do that a 2 iron doesn't do? They're the same law.
Within reason, you're talking maybe 1 or 2 degrees, depending on what that is. But a 5 wood's generally 18,
Yeah.
right? But it's gonna get the ball in the air.
Because there's more weight back.
Is the distribution of weight is there, yeah. And it's a little bit longer club, so you're gonna swing it faster. More speed's gonna give you more lift.
Yeah, I got this when Dustin Johnson was on top, and he hit his 2 iron so well for a while. Right now, I'm hitting it terribly.
I don't know if there's a statistic out there that shows how many times a PGA Tour player uses a driving iron during a round.
It's not much.
It's not much.
Right. And then it's like if it's taking up a spot in your bag, they hit it like 3 times a week.
They will use it when they go overseas, right? And they're playing in the wind because they want to keep it down a little bit.
Yeah.
They'll use it off the tee. they very rarely use it off the deck. Like you'll see them use 5 wood or even a 7 wood now.
That's what it feels like. It's like I use this like a 3 wood on the course, but I never get it up in the air how I
Never
usually
see
get
it.
3 wood.
A lot of the reason they don't launch that high is the loft and the length.
It's been a pleasure, y'all. Have a good one now.
That's a better ball.
That's just moving it up in the stands. Like, I can play with height. It's just once I understood deep playing, it's not that hard to play with height.
You know, like what that could go.
Yeah, I pulled it kind of left. I'm going at the white pin up there. So they're all, didn't really say what that one did. 252 carry, 2400 spin. Yeah, it's just
So 252 carry, 2400 spin, at that height, descending at 28, 29 degrees,
Yeah.
is not stopping.
doesn't do it never
It does
does.
you no good.
And that's what I'm saying is the only time I use it is like it's just on a par 5 where I can't really reach the green, so I'm just trying to get it as close
Yeah,
to the
or
green.
if you can reach your green, but there's nothing in front of the green.
Nothing.
Then let it run up there, fucking all day long. Blinking at you. And they, no, they're harder to hit just because of the profile of them. But a 5 wood, it may end up rolling to the same distance, but you're gonna get more carry out of it, right? It's gonna descend steeper, it's gonna spin a little bit more. And if you're looking to approach a par 5 and you gotta go over a bunker, I'd rather get the extra 10 yards of carry.
Do you still have what's in Scotty's bag?
What is he playing?
Does he have a 5 wood?
He's got a utility iron, but I don't know if that was just at the API or if that was real either. That's a good ball.
Yeah. It's just nice to be able to hit it where I'm aiming. Dude.
No, I haven't played it. I give a ball.
I mean-
I guess something which is.
Yep.
But, so I just changed the shaft. Do you see a difference in ball flight?
Not really.
No. But you time it up better, or you can feel it.
You can feel the head a little bit better.
Good ball.
Yeah, they both feel great. And I really can feel the head better on it. That's why fitting is such an interesting thing.
It's all feel. I mean, there's.
Yeah, that was.
You know, the whole thing is if you get a shaft profile in your hands that you feel what you want to feel and you can time it up better, the ball is going to do what it should do.
Yeah.
That's what's changing the characteristics of ball flight. It's consistency of contact more than anything else.
How far do we get this out there?
Good ball.
Yeah, dude, I can actually put these online.
So now, like, I get somebody in here that can't get the ball off the ground, which is most people.
This is surprisingly, I like that.
Very similar to what you have.
Yeah.
Obviously, newer and weighted slightly different. But
It
that's a
sits on the ground differently.
flatter.
Flatter.
Yeah.
So does it mean a deeper face?
They may have changed the sole. This is a little flatter sole, maybe a little wider
Yeah.
ground.
No, and that's part of it. I don't really like how this club sets up.
Tell you what you won't like is tailor. That's for sure.
Really?
I was if you don't like the way that sits on the ground, you won't like the way that you like it. And the crown is higher.
Pull her out of the divot a little bit. Yeah.
You know how that gets?
Yeah.
That's a head change. So if you look at the two heads and the way that they're engineered, this one has a ton of weight pushed forward. Right? Got a weight forward there. This one's got some weight on here, obviously, because of how the head is, but they got a huge weight back there, so it's going to get fall into the air. Did it spin? No, same place as there, but it got up way higher, it launched higher, and it apexes higher. So depending on what a person has or what they're looking to achieve, I do a lot of ball flight changes with head and loft than I do with
Yeah,
shape.
I believe that.
I should like this a lot. No, that'd be the way I smoke that straight.
Where's, how do I go back?
So let's see here.
Video.
Go to like this last one. Where you can see like.
I never, when I was in these trucks, I'm like, oh, numbers. It's so funny to them. I mean, immediately grabbing this quote, it's such a hard plug to move that ball a little bit. Yeah, it's just so hard to feel. And it almost feels like I can't transfer as much energy into the ball because I'm like laboring in transition in a way that I don't really want to. Yeah. But it's safe to say this club isn't right.
I mean, when you time it up, well, you hit it fine. But if you're losing it, you don't feel like you can do
No, I just don't really know how to time this club. launch is too high?
No. There's no such thing as too high. Much easier to manipulate flight down than add height to the golf shot.
Yeah. That was a miss.
So that right there, you missed it a little bit.
Yeah.
That would be too much height.
Yeah.
So the reason that's too much height and the other one wasn't is that reached its height by spin, not by speed.
So the miss hit made it spin more, and that made it jump
Yeah,
up.
so you don't want to see the height. You don't want to see a height reached because spin is causing it to go high. You want the height to be natural based on your speed. So there's only two ways in golf with a ball to create lift: speed and spin. Right? If you don't have enough speed, you need spin. If you got enough speed, you don't need a ton of spin.
There's another miss hit, but they're still like on line, which is crazy.
Hit it off the turf.
Yeah. Either way, it just feels like literally a completely different tool. Like I feel like I could actually play golf with this club. Still, but yeah, like even the misses are good. They're not off the plan.
No, you're losing 10 yards on a miss and they're in front of you.
Yeah. For whatever reason, it's just like my pattern, and that's what Mike and Terry are trying to say. Like, grip it like this and you post like this. The club wants to come down and across. It's gonna make you tired.
Yeah. So they're basing the pattern off of your posture and your setup, more so than anything else. Which you should return the club similar to what the posture is.
Yeah. Dude, that was the first one that felt like my sequence was better. Because a lot of these I kind of go at. That one I felt like I could just take turns with. But then that happens. All right. Well, I don't want to like. This is like the danger in my opinion is like you start like correcting your swing on the fly, and it's like this isn't like. It's not. I've been saying for years, and this is like wrong. Yeah, both those. My best two feel like my arms can stay behind me and you rotate more.
You want to know what the two consistent things that you did on your two best swings were?
What?
Your pelvis went forward.
Pelvis went-
Press.
Went forward at address? What do you mean?
So like, if you ever gone to TPI,
Yeah.
you know how like there's pelvis bend?
Yeah.
The ones that you hit poorly, your pelvis looks like that. The ones that you hit well, you push it forward.
Cool. Interesting.